open about her battle with lupus, everything happening for her Netflix series, which she is the producer of 13 Reasons Why. It seems like everything since breaking up with Justin Bieber has just fallen into place for Selena Gomez, and that's why I've realized finally after all this time that I'm somewhat infatuated and in love with Selena Gomez more so than I ever have been any of the celebrities that I've been talking about, and I'll have more on that like I mentioned for you in the next few days on this channel, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. But I mean, who couldn't be more proud of Selena Gomez out there than all of her fans? I mean, it's amazing seeing everything that she's done apart from what someone like Ariana Grande is doing. I go back to these Facebook videos she was posting on Facebook of the kiss between herself and Elizabeth Gillies. That just blew everything out of proportion for Ariana Grande, and I think people were just looking for something to say very critically about someone like Ariana Grande, and that kiss between herself and Elizabeth Gillies gave people something to talk about. And I know it was purposely posted. I know it was posted on Facebook. I know it was tweeted out, and I know it was Instagram just to get critics talking, and it obviously served its purpose. But I mean, really, is this what you want your fans to remember you as? Someone who did a lesbian kiss with one of your co-stars from a show like Victorious? I don't think so. I think that if you have a passion for music, you should focus on singing music, and that should be your best work apart from being an actress. If that's what your love actually resides with, you should be putting out stuff that actually people are going to be talking about more in a positive way than what they had been, and who can blame me for feeling that way? And that's why I've chosen to come down really hard on these songs from Ariana Grande. I know we have yet to see a music video for the song Dangerous Woman, but with the lyrics of this song and the way the song has been put out there on syndicated radio and syndicated Billboard charts, I shudder to think what this music video is going to look like and what the image of the music video is going to put out there. I think it's going to be a very different and a very outrageous image for Ariana Grande, and an image that I think I can get away with saying that she does not need, not at this point in her career, because she still has a long way to go and still has promising years ahead for her and all of her fans. But if she keeps going down this route with her career, I think her career unfortunately will continue to take a turn for the worse, and she does not need that. There still is time to save Ariana Grande and for her to be putting out better music than what she's putting out now, but I don't think we're going to be hearing that anytime soon from Ariana Grande, because it's all about what the label thinks will sell. And now I understand why herself and some of her co-stars on shows like Victorious and Sam and Cat couldn't get along, and why Sam and Cat only saw 35 episodes dropped in its very first season, and why it was almost immediately canceled. It was because Ariana Grande was just happy to be getting a paycheck. She was just happy to be having something to do, and she didn't really care about the direction of the series, because she knew she was the famous one to come out of shows like Victorious and Sam and Cat. She knew her future was pretty much guaranteed, so she didn't really care about Sam and Cat. I understand why so many people had this frustration and animosity towards someone like an Ariana Grande, especially with what you're seeing now. And obviously what people felt about Ariana Grande is just shining through now with a show like Victorious and Sam and Cat going the way that it did. 4 seasons for Victorious, just 1 mere season for Sam and Cat, and who can blame the co-stars of her shows feeling the way they did, and her fans now receiving Ariana Grande very differently from her first album, her first few singles that she was dropping on the Billboard chart, because her first few songs were so full of energy, and I think this song Dangerous Woman doesn't have that same kind of energy, and I don't think some of her future songs are going to have that same kind of energy that we've kind of gotten to know Ariana Grande for having had. I mean, who out there has as much energy as what Ariana Grande has? She's the most energetic singer to come along since at least Cascada from back in the late 90s, early 1000s, when Cascada was doing remakes of songs like Skater Boy. In my opinion, I think that she is one of the most energetic singers that we have heard in a really long time. And I think this direction that she is taking, I think she should still be putting out energetic songs, because energetic songs are really what has defined Ariana Grande. And hearing these new songs from Ariana Grande makes me feel more skeptical on Ariana Grande than I ever have in my entire life. And I hate to say that about Ariana Grande, because at one time I was the biggest Ariana Grande fan in the world, and nobody could argue how much of an Ariana Grande fan I was with me, because I believed in her music, I believed in her direction, and I thought it was more promising than what it does look right now. And I agree, I kind of concur with all the critics out there of Ariana Grande, which I knew existed. I tried to kayfabe what people were saying about Ariana Grande, who believed her career was going to take the turn of a Miley Cyrus or someone like a Demi Lovato, and I was trying to defend someone like an Ariana Grande, but I don't want to be defending Ariana Grande anymore if she continues to keep going down this road, because this road is a very precarious road and a very uncertain road that I don't think Ariana Grande needs to be headed down. I mean, she could be doing a lot more with her career. When you compare careers of Selena Gomez to that of Ariana Grande, obviously Selena Gomez is the bigger celebrity. She's the more popular one, and it's within good reason because of her campaign with Pantene, for instance, when she was promoting Strong Women there over Easter weekend. I remember seeing some of the videos she was posting on Facebook, and you didn't see anything like that from Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande just seems to use social media to put herself out there to promote something she has going on musically or some concert tour. She may be on promoting her album. I don't really like the new music from Ariana Grande, so I don't get into concert promotions from Ariana Grande. I think her website is just so ridiculous, and I think she's just so out there. I think she can only be defined as being either out of control or outrageous, and I don't think we need to be seeing this from someone like Ariana Grande. Maybe it's time for her to go back into being an actress and focusing on that aspect of her career. If this is the kind of music that we're going to be hearing from someone like an Ariana Grande, I think she needs a better website. I think she needs a better direction, and I think it shouldn't be so much about what the label thinks will sell. You know, even one last time when the comet was going to connect with the Earth, it was in direct collision with the Earth, that music video was a great music video, and it seems like after one last time, everything was just so different for Ariana Grande and started to change for Ariana Grande in a very negative way. And I go back to all these videos that I saw on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram of her kissing Elizabeth Gillies and these outrageous party videos that she was throwing up, and I said to myself, there's really no need of this. I mean, Ariana Grande has fame. Ariana Grande has an amazing set of vocals, and she could have used that to really benefit herself off the success of a show like Victorious or Sam and Cat, and it's beyond me why she didn't do it. And honestly, on a scale of 5 stars, I'm rating the future of Ariana Grande these days too, because I thought that she had a promising future, and I'm going back kind of on what I've said. You know, when you look at careers of that of Selena Gomez and many others that fall into that same category, there really is no comparison between Selena Gomez and Ariana Grande, because Grande versus Gomez, I think Gomez is blowing Ariana Grande away with everything that she is doing, and there is a reason why I feel the way I do, and I've felt about someone like Selena Gomez over on Ariana Grande these days, because she's just not putting out musically. She's not putting out anything interesting to me, and I'm sure she's not putting out anything interesting to you as a fan of hers, and I don't blame you for feeling that way if you do. And if you do feel that way, I do invite you to get in on the conversation and tell me what you think on my Facebook page at HEW Entertainment, on Twitter with a tweet at Jonathan Clarke 1, and on my YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke 22, where you can give it to me in the comments, and on Google Plus at HEW Entertainment. If you feel the same way that I do about Ariana Grande, consequently, you can get in on the conversation with a thought. If you have one, I don't blame you for feeling that way, and I kind of back you up and support you in your opinion on Ariana Grande and this sort of campaign to kind of blackball Ariana Grande's new image, because this is just ridiculous. You know, people will criticize people like Miley Cyrus for forever and a day about her new image. She's got this crazy image ever since 2013 with songs like Wrecking Ball and We Can't Stop. But I mean, Ariana Grande pretty much falls into the same category these days. Yeah, her music videos may not be as outrageous, but these few songs that we've heard from Ariana Grande, I think, are the first of many to come from her, and her image is just going to continue to get more outrageous and give more people more of a reason to come down hard on Ariana Grande for some of the decisions, and a lot of the decisions that she is making. Decisions, honestly, that I don't think she needs to be making, especially when you have people like Selena Gomez who are just doing everything so promisingly, either as a producer of a show like 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. It may be a Netflix series, but the thing is, this series is incredible, and she has so much great music on the Billboard chart these days. Good For You, Same Old Love, Hands to Myself, 3 or 4 examples I can throw your way of great music being heard from Selena Gomez. So honestly, if anyone was in a position to take over these days in this new generation we've kind of come into, it is anybody but an Ariana Grande, and obviously it's people like Selena Gomez who need to be taken far more seriously than what they have been. I know there are millions of fans out there of people like Selena Gomez, but I mean, come on guys, do we really want to be hearing someone like an Ariana Grande over Selena Gomez these days. I don't think we do, and I think I speak for everybody when I say that it's time to start taking people like Selena Gomez far more seriously than what we have been and stop focusing way too much on the Ariana Grandes of the world. I'm tired of hearing about Ariana Grande these days because there's nothing really promising going on for her, and I'm just not coming away entertained by anything that Ariana Grande is doing. And I think I can get away with having said that about Ariana Grande in somewhat of a way of a review of what Ariana Grande has been doing. And I think there are millions of people out there that will kind of concur with me on my opinion about Ariana Grande these days. One point in time, I was a huge Ariana Grande fan, and it would make time to put Ariana Grande's future over, but not so much now. And I think that in time we're going to see her look very differently. I think we're going to be hearing more outrageous music from her, probably more outrageous acting coming from her, because you can't tell me that if Ariana Grande didn't have the chance to star in a movie like, say, Spring Breakers from 2012, like was presented to Selena Gomez, and so many people chose to come down hard on Selena Gomez for starring in Spring Breakers the way she did, but her character was not as outrageous as that of an Ashley Benson in that movie. But you can't tell me that if Ariana Grande didn't have the same opportunity, she wouldn't take it, because she would. I mean, so many people have had the chance to star in so many, more mature roles from movies and music, and they've all taken it. So Ariana Grande would kind of do the same thing, and probably would be far more outrageous than what Selena Gomez's character of Faith in that movie was from 2012. We all know that she received a fair share of criticism for that movie, but I mean, people like Ariana Grande, Bridget Mendler, who has already taken those opportunities, would do the same thing and probably would be far more outrageous than what Selena Gomez was. Because, I mean, 3 or 4 years ago when Selena Gomez would post, racy photos, somewhat racy photos on social media, people would instantly come down hard on her and say that she's gone crazy. But the thing is, I don't think Selena Gomez has gone crazy. She's done anything but go crazy. I know spring break is always a time for her to be more leisure and more out there, but I mean, everybody goes crazy when they have somewhat of a break. If you had that same kind of fame entitled to you that if Selena Gomez does or Ariana Grande does, you too would probably do the same thing. So I can understand why Selena Gomez likes to have fun and probably is looked at as somewhat of going crazy when photos of her are leaked on the internet or posted because of some cell phone video